everyone, it is day 2 of Vlogmas. I survived day 1. It was a bit of a late night, but I finally got everything edited and uploaded, and hopefully I am going to just fall into the new routines easily. I'm a little bit tired today. I just made my second cup of coffee for the day while I figure out what needs to get done. I'm having a little bit of a recovery day. I usually like to do that on a Friday afternoon. I carve out a little bit of time to just kind of prepare for the weekend. I tidy up clutter, I do something creative, I just ease into my weekend. And because it was so busy yesterday, I did not get a chance to do that, and so I'm doing it today. I am probably going to wind up my Advent yarn very soon because I keep putting that off. I didn't get to it last night. It was kind of a late night, and I really want to have that all ready and set up in a bag for my early morning sock knitting. So basically, that's on the agenda today, along with some laundry. I need to figure out what's for dinner. This afternoon, I am going to head over to the mall. I have a couple of things I wanted to pick up, and my friend Courtney, who lives in New York, messaged me yesterday or the day before just letting me know that the 3-wick big candles are on sale at Bath and Body Works. And I don't have my favorite peppermint twist candles yet for the year. I love them around the holidays, and so I'm gonna go and try and grab a couple, along with a few other things. I've invited whoever wants to come along to come in the house, the boys I mean, and that's going to be my day. Hopefully it will be a little bit calmer today than it was yesterday. Oh, and Glenn's Advent, the one that we had ordered, did arrive. He took one look at it and said absolutely not, it's going back, but he's come up with something else and he's kind of excited about it, so just stay tuned to see what is coming there. He has something up his sleeve. I think it's going to be really entertaining, and I'm just hoping that it arrives today. I think it should. The thing about Amazon is you can get things so quickly, it's kind of crazy. So Advent for Glenn will officially start tonight. I guess he'll have 2 days to do it once. And I'm just going to enjoy my coffee, wind up my yarn, get some creative projects organized and ready so that I can just work on them whenever I want. My friend Kate from Hawthorne Cottage Craft sent me a message earlier today mentioning something that I kind of want to test out. She told me that she thought the Advent skein of yarn from the Cozy Knitter reminded her a lot of Quality Street chocolates. And as soon as she said it, I thought, yes, I think she's right. And it might even be that vintage Christmas theme that I kind of thought of when I opened up my package yesterday, because we used to have a box or a tin of Quality Street chocolates in our house every single year. It was just a tradition. I remember my grandparents used to have one, and then we had one, and oh, I love Quality Street. And I pulled out my yarn to have a look, and I have to agree. I think it looks very much like the Quality Street chocolates. So I'm going to wind this up or cake it up, set up my bag, and who knows, maybe I will start them tonight to get a little bit of the cuff done before I start diving into a stripe each day, every morning. My studio is in quite the state at the moment. It has been a really busy few weeks just sewing holiday project bags. I had a couple of shop updates. There's been lots of shipping happening in here. And yesterday I made another mess just getting Glenn's Advent calendar ready. I really want to tidy up this space. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. I just have a hard time focusing, doing work, or even doing creative projects in here if there's too much clutter. And I know there's supposed to be a lot of stuff in a workroom, but this whole table needs to be tidied up, and I think I also want to tidy up that back corner desk where I do planning and journaling. I haven't really been doing much journaling. I've just been doing a lot of weekly planning for the family and like to-do lists. That's been a big thing for me the last month or two. It's helped me stay on top of a lot of stuff. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. On Sunday, I'll carve out an hour or so and just give this room a really great tidy up. Today, I'm going to wind this up, get my bag all set up. I think I'm also going to pull out my previous year's Advent socks that are not done. I think they're mostly done. I think I have just one pair left, and just kind of set up a backup bag and see if I can finish those up this December too. I know that's quite ambitious, but we'll see. And another thing I want to do, I'm not sure if it will be today or tomorrow, is I want to start a new basket and go through my stash, pull out a few of my favorite yarns for making hats and any other small projects. I know I want to make another Sophie scarf. So I want to gather those yarns and put them in one big basket. And so whenever I feel like casting something on or starting something fresh, I can just go to this basket and pull from it. It's just going to be like a little basket of dream knitting for small projects, because every year I want to make a few small things and they shouldn't take too long. I really love chunky hats. That's on my list to make. And that Sophie scarf I think would be a fun cast on, but I forget about them. They get tucked into shelves underneath other things and I just lose track of time. And I thought if I created a really nice basket, I actually have one over here. I think if I just empty this out and kind of reorganize it, that will be a really nice source of inspiration. So this is all going to happen probably tomorrow, and I'm just going to pull out my Swift, wind up this yarn, and get it ready. Finally caked up my Advent skeins and popped them into my holiday project bag with needles and everything else I need to get that project started. It is downstairs and I'm hoping to cast them on tonight when I sit down and get cozy for the evening. And while I was looking for needles for those socks, I started to dig through some bins in my studio and uncovered so many sock whips. So many. I don't know what phase I went through where I was just casting on all of the socks
and then doing a few inches and stopping, but I'm kind of over that, and I really dislike having all of these whips that have been sitting around for an extremely long time. And I've also come to realize that I'm not a huge sock knitter. I like to have a pair of socks on the needles. I love my Advent socks in December, and right now I am kind of loving DK weight socks because they're just quicker. I like the fabric that they knit into, and all of these fingering weight socks that I've started and are sitting in a basket are kind of stressing me out. But I did go through and kind of, well, I pulled needles off a few projects and just stuck them on DPNs. DPNs are my preferred needle to knit socks, but for some reason, when I knit two at the same time, like separately but simultaneously, like I do with my Advent socks, I really like to do that on circular needles. I don't know why. That's pretty much the only time I knit socks with circular needles now, and I had to find them. And so I started this little basket. I got this one in Rhinebeck. I love the size of it. It's a little bit bigger than some of the other baskets that I have, and I put 2 pairs of socks in here that have been started. And this is going to kind of be my finish it up sock basket. I don't know when I'll get to it, but at least I've prioritized which ones I do want to work on or finish at some point, and I'm starting small. So in this basket, this is my first pair of Advent socks. I think it's my first pair from, I don't know if this is it. Well, it's the 2018 Advent yarn from the Cozy Knitter. And I feel like I've made quite a bit of progress since knitting these. I have realized I do not want to make my socks this long, but I'm just going to go with it because these look super cute. I have the heel flap started on one. And where am I here? I think I'm ready to start the heel flap here. So I was doing this one first. Once this heel is done, I can do the second one and then just continue. I don't know when I'll get to these, but I thought it would be nice to kind of pile them up in here with the yarn for a rainy day. And while I was looking for other needles and finding socks, I found this whip. And I don't want to let this one go. I love it so much that I've decided to work on it at some point. This is the Crunkled Sock by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. Oh, if I can do this one hand, I will be so impressed with myself. And I can't. But here it is. It is a beautiful, squishy, quite easy patterned sock. And I think I'm ready to put in the heel because I do like not an ankle sock, but sort of a shorty so that if you're wearing ankle boots, they don't slip in underneath your heel and get really uncomfortable. I think this would be the perfect height for me. I like something that's not too high on my leg. This yarn is absolutely beautiful. I think I have the tag in here. This was a gift from my friend Andre. Here it is. It's a Tennis Fiber Arts purple label cashmere sock, and the color is Cabin Fever. And I just thought that this colorway is also really festive, and it would, oh, there we go. It would be really nice to finish these up. There's just something I love about a squishy, plump sock, and this pattern gives you a really nice cushiness to it. So I've got these 2 socks in this basket, and they're just kind of on standby. Instead of being hidden in project bags and buried underneath this table, because I have baskets under here with all kinds of empty project bags and sock whips. So I recently went through all of my whips, and it was a few months ago now, but I frogged quite a few things. I didn't really frog the socks, and I kind of left the rest of them in a basket underneath this table. I'm just going to start with these two. There's a chance I might take apart the other ones too, but we'll see. And in this basket, this little bitty, beautiful basket, I have a little notions pouch, and I have 3 pairs of socks in here that are done, but I never wove in the ends. And I know I've talked about this before, and this is another example of how distracted I get. I just start so many things and never get around to certain things. So I have a little bit of finishing to do on these 3 pairs. This is just like another shorty sock using Legacy Fiber Arts. This is Woodland Shenanigans, which is such a popular color that they've had on and off again through the years. It's so beautiful. I really love this sock, and I'd like to wear them. So this, I just need to weave in some ends. And I have 2 pairs of Advent socks that I have finished. These are both from the Cozy Knitter. I don't know which year is which, but these just need ends woven in as well. This is like a traditional heel flap and gusset, a vanilla sock. And then this one was where I tried using the magic heel, and I loved it. I loved it. So easy, so quick. And in this one, I just did contrast cuffs with an undyed yarn that has a little bit of sparkle in it. It's like a glitter base. And I did the toes as well. So I have 2 beautiful pairs of Advent socks done. And I think I said yesterday that I only have this 1 pair of Advent socks that are not completed. I was wrong. I found another pair. They are downstairs at my little knitting chair, and I haven't finished those either. And they need quite a bit of work. I think I have 1 heel started. That seems to be where I slow down. And I think that was from a year that it was just really busy and I didn't keep up. Last year, I kept up. I finished them. I love my Advent socks. I would love to get another pair off the needles this year, as well as keep up with the ones that I'm doing for this year. So we'll see how it goes. I know this is a little bit ambitious for me because I don't love sock knitting. I like it when I'm traveling. I do love my DK weight socks, and I am just finishing the toe on a pair of those, which is very exciting. But if I can finish these ones and finish the toe on my DK weight socks, that would mean I have 4 pairs of hand knit socks to put into my collection that can be worn this winter. That's kind of exciting. So that's what I did this afternoon when I was winding up the yarn and setting up my bag. I needed to find needles, and that led me to this. I am going to continue with some yarn, some stash diving and setting up this basket tomorrow. So that's what's going on over here. I am going to do a couple things to clean up for the night. I am going to try to sit on the couch and start my Advent socks tonight. Camden and James joined me at the mall. We just walked around, looked at a few stores. It was really busy. So we just decided to pick up some food and bring it home and have an early dinner. It was really good. I love picking up food at the mall because everyone gets to choose whatever they want. There's no big decision making on trying to please everyone. And we had an early dinner, so I have quite a bit of time tonight to just sit down and relax. But I thought I would share what I picked up at the mall. I am really happy with what I got. I couldn't resist this throw that I got at Chapters Indigo. It's a faux fur. It's kind of like a gradient colorway, and I just thought it would be perfect for that chair right there. I think the throw that I have on the chair is really nice. It's just like a cable knit cream color. But I think this one just adds a little bit of interest, and I love the faux fur. I think it'll be super cozy to get under this one while I'm knitting in that chair. And I found the candle sale. So I picked up 2 candles for me and 2 for gifts. I'm not going to share what that one is because I'm not sure if the person I will be giving it to will be watching this. But I picked up 2 twisted peppermint candles for me because I love this scent during the holidays. It is just a must for me. It's so good. I love minty, fresh scents, and this one has like a hint of vanilla in it, I think. Does it say here? Notes: cool, peppermint, sugared snow, fresh balsam, and vanilla buttercream. It's so good. So I got 2 of those. Hopefully that will be enough to kind of last me the season. If I see the sale and pass by them again, I might get a backup, but I feel like 2 is good. And then those 2 I will tuck away in my closet. I've got a little pile started of Christmas gifts for people, and yeah, I need to kind of catch up on some Christmas shopping, but I've got a little bit of a start, and hopefully I'll just pick up a few more things each week and I'll be done my list soon.